But I'm sure you guys remember Home Alone, which is my personal favorite, Teen Wolf, and Smoke Signal, where we are so fortunate because this afternoon or tonight we are having world-acclaimed producer Scott Rosenfelt. He's back in the Philippines and he will be telling us more about his upcoming project. Hello Scott. Welcome to the Shotlist.
Thank you.
How you've been? I know that you've been back recently.
I was just here a little over a month ago doing some seminars at TV5 Signal, producing, writing, directing workshops for the school that we want to start. So I've been here on and off almost every other month for the last 6 months.
Tell me about those workshops.
People watch movies, they watch them on Netflix, everybody watches the same movies, everybody's now aware of the same media. So here in the Philippines, there's a need for filmmakers to start making more global content. There's a certain audience for a certain kind of product here. There's an absolute need to get out of here and to get movies made that are stories here, but are for a world audience in English, and for a broader international audience. And in order to do that, you have to kind of up your game a little bit in terms of production quality,
for sure,
financing, which is an issue, screenplay writing, big one. Screenplays tend to go rushed into production here a lot, I've noticed. And just the overall quality of the film, so that when Netflix and places like that are looking at these movies, they're going to look at a movie and look at it as they're going to compare it to a Hollywood film. They don't have to say, oh, it's just a Filipino film, right?
Right.
They should say, no, this is great.
Right. They wouldn't be able to distinguish.
Yes.
Whether it's Filipino made or made international.
And ultimately, what that really translates into is those films will make more money. They'll get more money in. And that means the budgets can go up. And if the budgets go up, things change. Better product, better actors, better working conditions, better everything. And that's how the industry grows and changes.
With your experience with these workshops, working with Filipino filmmakers, producers, what is the potential that you see?
Oh, I mean, it's all there. I mean, compared to so many countries, people speak English, people understand the United States better than almost anybody. There's the joke, of course, as everyone talks about it, with singing and acting. There's sort of a innate ability to get on stage and to get in front of people. So from an acting point of view, that all works. The production people I work with are the same people as they are in LA and New York. They're high quality, they understand, and they work hard. Just needs to be brought up one more notch in order to compete on a global scale.
Good to hear. Now you're working on, we heard about a new project called Escape, and you're filming it here?
Yes.
Okay, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Are we expecting like Hollywood, international movie stars coming over?
There will be one. We're in the middle of casting right now.
Okay.
The majority of the cast is Filipino.
Fantastic.
The whole idea of the movie is to create an international thriller which has sort of, to me, the feel of the movie Midnight Express from many years ago mixed with Argo. So it's kind of a thriller about getting this kid out of the country, getting him out before he gets in trouble, right? And somebody's hired to extract him and take him out of the country. So it's a thriller, and it's a chase, and it's, it's not a hard action. There's no bullets flying, which is not what we want to do, but it is a thriller, and it does have action to it. And for me, and the guy who's hired is an Australian, and everybody else in the cast is Filipino. All the crew is entirely Filipino.
Hey, you learned something new too.
Well, we also, like we shoot a 5-day week, have weekends off, 5-day week, weekends off. And then when we were talking about the schedule, people said, well, there's some movies that don't even take off, which is a whole other problem.
This is the same project that you're working with Pedring Lopez?
Yes. So when I wrote the script, I'm also producing the movie with the partner here. And when I finished the screenplay and we started putting financing together, it would have been pretty easy to hire either an American or an Australian or a European. Very easy. But I actually thought there has to be a Philippine director who can direct what I would consider to be a world-class, an international film. And I had just seen Maria, which Pedring had made, and made a big deal on Netflix. Did very well.
Right.
So I looked at the film. I thought he had potential. I thought he had potential as an international director, and we met him, and he liked the script, and we've been working on it together and doing some work on the script and rewrites, and it's been great. I mean, he's a terrific person, and he's a great director to work with. So, and I think it's going to be important to have not another foreigner, you know, not another foreigner. Have a Philippine director directing what is essentially not the biggest budget, but a Hollywood movie. I think it's really important.
Listening to you, I can sense that you have a certain passion on really being able to put the Filipino talent, the Filipino filmmaker, the Filipino producers on an international stage. Why so? What's with the whole passion for that?
Why me? Why do I care?
Right.
Well, I've done a lot of films. I've made a lot of films in the States, and the industry's changed. I'm not a guy who makes Black Panther and all those kinds of $100, $200 million movies. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just not what I do. I like great stories done independently that are commercial, not art house, but are in the middle somewhere. And those are few and far between. They're not being made as movies anymore. You see them on Netflix and Amazon and places like that. But it's harder to get those movies made in the States. So for me, I just kind of, you know, wanted a new life, new opportunity. And I've been traveling around and working. I made a movie in China. I do some work in China as well, and that's a whole other ball game.
Right.
And I've been to Taiwan. I've scouted in you know, Thailand, and I have friends who have a production company in Malaysia, and I almost made a movie. So I've gotten, you know, and I'm doing a movie in Australia. So I was focusing over here, and I just kept coming back here and mostly it was the people. I mean, honestly, it was the people.
There's a song that says, you always come back to Manila. Right?
I do, and more and more, and now I'm, you know, considering it a second home. And, you know, our company, you know, wants to really commit to building up this industry in a way to take these films into the international market.
That's awesome. Okay, so we mentioned about Escape. Early stages is ongoing. You're on casting.
Yes.
But when do we expect it to be out of theaters?
Well, that's always you never know, because we're not a studio, so we're not making it already with an air date. So I would say best case scenario, if we're shooting late February, early March, April, we'll be done by September. It could be out December, November, December of 2020, or it could be January 2021 in that. But we have to, you know, sell it essentially.
Right.
So
well, something to look forward to, definitely.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
people will see it.
Exciting
come out.
times. Escape soon on theaters, and we would like to thank you. Maraming salamat, Scott Rosenfelt, because you are truly doing something very, very special to Filipino talent, Filipino filmmakers here in the Philippines. Thank you very much, and that was Scott Rosenfelt.